This is the strangest planet in our solar system. It spins like a top that has been knocked over, orbiting the Sun on its side for 4.6 billion years. Here, a single season can last for 21 years, and the North Pole can go 42 years without seeing the Sun. Even more bizarrely, scientists still do not know what knocked it over. This is Uranus, the king of the solar system's tilt. In 1781, British astronomer William Herschel was scanning the night sky with a homemade telescope when he discovered a slow-moving, pale blue point of light. At first, he thought it was a comet, but after repeated calculations, he realized that this was a planet never before recorded by humanity. The discovery of Uranus doubled the known boundaries of the solar system overnight. It also became the first planet in human history to be discovered using a telescope. Uranus is about 2.9 billion kilometers from the Sun, making it the seventh planet from the Sun. Its volume is 63 times that of Earth, and its mass is 14.5 times that of Earth. A single Uranus could contain 63 Earths. Light from the Sun takes 2 hours and 40 minutes to reach it. In this cold cosmic frontier, Uranus exists in an incredibly strange orientation. If other planets are like spinning tops, Uranus is like a ball rolling on the ground. Its axis of rotation is tilted by a full 98 degrees, meaning it is almost completely on its side. This means it is not so much rotating as it is rolling along its orbit around the Sun. This bizarre posture is unique in the entire solar system. Scientists speculate that 4.6 billion years ago, a protoplanet at least the size of Earth collided with the young Uranus at a devastating speed. The energy of that impact was equivalent to trillions of nuclear bombs exploding at once, knocking this giant planet onto its side. Another theory suggests that Uranus may have suffered successive impacts from two smaller bodies, each increasing its tilt until it finally tipped over completely. Regardless of the scenario, this ancient cosmic act of violence permanently altered the fate of Uranus. This tilted orientation creates the most extreme seasons in the solar system. It takes Uranus 84 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun. Because it orbits on its side, when the North Pole faces the Sun, the entire northern hemisphere is bathed in sunlight for 42 years, while the southern hemisphere is plunged into a 42-year polar night. After 42 years, the situation reverses completely, with the South Pole receiving sunlight and the North Pole falling into darkness. Here, the length of a single season is equivalent to the entire time it takes a human to grow from birth to middle age. However, what puzzles scientists most is that, despite these extreme seasonal differences, the temperatures at both poles remain almost identical, hovering around -224 degrees Celsius. Logically, the pole exposed to the Sun for 42 years should be warmer, but actual observations have defied this expectation. Scientists still cannot fully explain this heat distribution mechanism, making it one of the greatest mysteries of Uranus. If you could travel through the thousands of kilometers of the Uranian atmosphere, you would witness even more incredible sights. Uranus is classified as an ice giant. Its interior is not filled with liquid hydrogen like Jupiter's, but is composed of high-pressure ices of water, ammonia, and methane. But don't let the word ice fool you. Temperatures here reach thousands of degrees Celsius, but due to extreme pressure, these substances are forced into solid, ice-like structures. Deep within Uranus, the pressure reaches millions of times that of Earth's atmosphere, and temperatures soar above 70 degrees Celsius. Under these extreme conditions, methane molecules are torn apart, and carbon atoms are compressed into solid diamonds. These diamonds fall like raindrops from the upper atmosphere toward the core. This is the legendary diamond rain. Scientists estimate that, within Uranus, there may exist a solid core composed of diamond, weighing up to quadrillions of tons. The value of this core is something that all the wealth on Earth combined could never measure. The peculiarities of Uranus do not end there. It possesses 27 known moons, all named after characters from the works of Shakespeare and Alexander Pope, such as Oberon, Caliban, Trinculo, and Sycorax, a naming convention unique in our solar system. The largest of these, Titania, is covered in massive canyons, some reaching depths of 20 kilometers, more spectacular than any canyon on Earth. Miranda is even more bizarre, with a surface that looks like a randomly assembled jigsaw puzzle, featuring Verona Rupes, the tallest cliff in the solar system, with a vertical drop of 20 kilometers. That is more than twice the height of Mount Everest. If you were to jump from the top of that cliff, in Miranda's weak gravity, you would fall for a full 12 minutes before hitting the ground. Uranus also possesses a faint ring system. Unlike the dazzling rings of Saturn, the rings of Uranus are nearly black, composed of tiny ice particles and dust, with an extremely low albedo. This ring system was only discovered by accident in 1977. At that time, while scientists were observing Uranus occulting a star, they noticed the star's light flickering several times before and after being blocked by the planet, which revealed these rings hidden in the darkness. In 1986, Voyager 2 became the only spacecraft to date to conduct a closer-range survey of Uranus. Traveling at 70,000 kilometers per hour, it swept past this ice giant, capturing thousands of images in just a few hours, and discovering 10 new moons and 2 new rings. However, in the nearly 40 years since then, no human probe has visited Uranus again. It remains one of the most overlooked and mysterious planets in our solar system. In 2022, the US National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine ranked a Uranus mission as the highest priority for planetary science in the coming decade. Scientists are planning to launch a dedicated orbiter to study the atmospheric composition of this strange planet, its magnetic field structure, its moon system, and that ancient impact that altered its destiny. If all goes well, humanity might be able to gaze once more at this tilted, ice-blue giant in the 2040s. Let us wait and see. Good night. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through science, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next exploration with Quantara Atlas.